'Cause if you want to keep me, you gotta love me hard.
The Whitsundays on the Great Barrier Reef is the perfect place to get yourself a beach house.
That is phenomenal.
45 minutes from Airlie Beach and in a secluded pocket of the mainland is a place called Hideaway Bay, where my hosts Ian and Sissy Bishop have invited me to experience living off the grid in total comfort.
Ian's a retired engineer who now travels the world buying properties because he can. He also fancies himself as a bit of a James Bond type, which I'm assuming means because he's an adventurer. Oh, we're going to land right on the beach.
So Ian told me to meet him on the beach. I'm quite confident this is the beach, but I can't see Ian. Ian and Sissy's beach hideaway sits on 30 hectares of prime waterfront real estate and is an extreme update on a typical Queenslander. Hello, how's the paradise?
Absolutely gorgeous. Hi.
It's divine.
We're very lucky.
So Sissy, we have to have a toast.
Cheers.
And I also have to ask, where is Ian?
Well, I think he's out in that direction somewhere.
Is he lost on the reef?
I hope not. I hope not.
Oh, there he is. Of course, James Bond has to arrive on some sort of apparatus.
Well, he's my toy boy. 70 yesterday.
Wow. Does anyone worry at any stage?
I worry about him.
You do
when he
you?
goes off in his aeroplane and parachuting and all that sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
You must be Kate.
Yes, I
Very
am.
pleased to meet you.
How's your low-key arrival on the jet ski?
Terrible life, isn't it?
Oh,
Someone's got to do it, though, you know.
You must have been very, very bad in your past life to be punished like this.
Yeah, I was.
What
yeah.
did you do in this life
In
to
this
get
life,
this?
I'm a mechanical engineer. I've been very lucky.
Ian's an adrenaline junkie who has done everything from high-altitude air ballooning to base jumping. But he says he now prefers to stay closer to home. I mean, I would too if home was this paradise.
We believe this is Australia's best beach house.
That is audacious. Prove it.
Certainly.
This is the real thing. There's nowhere else but right here, right now.
This 1,500 square metre home is L-shaped with verandas on two sides. So you get a view of the ocean from every room. There's a second living room downstairs and a cyclone shelter, which sounds pretty scary but practical. And of course, there's a gym and a home cinema, which might come in handy in the cyclone. The front deck is made for relaxing with a pool and a spa. There's even a tennis court, a seaplane for island hopping, and a 2-bedroom caretaker's cottage for the staff, so you don't have to lift a finger. And the whole lot is powered by solar panels on the roof. It's a very classic beach house to
Yes.
have wood.
Yes, I like woodwork. Wood's such a natural product and it's relaxing.
Apparently there are 3 types of timber here: spotted gum, quilla and cedar, which is on all these vaulted ceilings.
Here is the master bedroom.
Oh, it's on the beach.
Yeah, you wake up to this every morning.
Yeah, that's beautiful. But isn't that very bright? Is the skylight
Sometimes with the moon, yes, but you can see the stars. Double
Yes.
spa there, and the bath for a single bath. And I love this shower. It's so big.
Oh, it's a rain shower. Turn it on. Turn it on. And I can still get a little glimpse of the
Yes.
ocean from here.
Yeah.
Okay, I approve.
Good, I'm pleased you approve.
Yes, yes. Despite its size, there's nothing overtly flashy about this classic seaside home. Its charm is more in the laid-back, comfortable feel of it and, of course, the superb location. I'll be back to see if Heaven's Gate really is the best beach house that money can buy. This Queenslander-style beach house at Hideaway Bay was built by British expats Ian and Sissy Bishop. Ian reckons it's the best beach house in Australia. Now that is a very big call. But so far it's definitely living up to its name, Heaven's Gate.
It's not very often you go, oh, that's a lovely door, but the doors are beautiful.
The builder was so fanatical about detail, he couldn't find a manufacturer to produce the quality he wanted. So
really?
he had all 46 doors handmade on site. Took a carpenter months.
Because the humidity here is pretty brutal, they used Quilla to make these beautiful doors. Ian says Quilla comes from Southeast Asia and it's a super hardwood that doesn't warp. Queenslanders take note. Upstairs, there are 3 more bedrooms with en-suites, which all have views of the beach. And if you get tired of staring at all that beauty, you can always go downstairs.
The stairs are spotted gum. It's one of my favourite parts of the house.
And is this your other?
This is Sissy, 20 years ago. Maybe.
You know what? I believe that could be based on your wife now, my friend.
This is for when we get older in our wheelchair.
I'll forget older. If I had a lift, I would be in the lift all the time. In fact, I'm getting in it now.
Right, I'll show you into our cyclone shelter.
The cyclone shelter.
Yeah, we're in the tropics, so you can get
Of
cyclones.
course, right.
So we call it the cave.
Right.
It's steel lined.
Oh, it's like a bunker.
While this might look like a cosy room for the grandkids, it actually has steel reinforced ceilings and walls to withstand 290 km/h winds.
This is the media room.
Media.
Yes. Bar.
Check.
Check. Card table.
Check. 500.
Indeed, yes.
Yes, I love 500.
Cinema.
And a rather small screen.
Yes. And here we are back at the beach.
All right, I'm going to call it, Ian. I'm going to call it best beach house in Australia.
Thank you.
And what makes this even better is that there are fresh oysters to be had right on the doorstep. I might have to sample 1 or 2 dozen. Ian and Sissy Bishop's secluded Whitsundays estate on the Coral Sea is called Heaven's Gate, and for good reason. This place is a tropical paradise.
Look, there's Cam.
Of course, Cam couldn't resist seeing Australia's best beach house for himself.
Oh, Cam!
Hello. What have you got there?
Oh, maybe I'll frighten him off.
Just
I've
a
got
couple of coconuts.
A little welcoming present.
It's a great welcoming committee.
And I have, I believe, the owner of Australia's best beach house. What do you reckon?
Oh.
Yes!
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Hang on, can you just notice?
No, I have. You've got a lovely,
I've got a lovely...
set of coconuts.
Thank you. Thank
But before I get off to see the house,
Don't you worry about me. Catch!
Oh.
Ian's going to show me one of his favourite toys.
Well caught.
This seaplane is housed in its very own 210 square metre hangar. And Ian and Sissy use it to escape from Heaven's Gate and go island hopping.
This is my life's joy. 7 years ago, Cam, I had this childish dream of landing on the water, driving towards the beach, up the beach into my hangar. So this was all woodland here, so I cleared this woodland.
Okay.
I built the hangar, single-handed, just to boast.
On your own?
Yep. Imported the fuselage from Brazil and put the engine and the instruments and all that stuff in. The beauty of a seaplane is you can land anywhere.
Have you just got in this and then just cruised out and found a completely deserted island?
There's hundreds of deserted beaches out there. It's lovely. It's a magical experience.
Is there enough room for a picnic hamper and a couple of bottles
Oh,
of
yes,
champagne in
indeed.
the back
Yes,
there?
definitely. Yep.
This is ideal. I want to get me one of these. How much am I looking at if I wanted to put these together?
About 200,000.
Yeah, I reckon that's going to happen.
We're cold for the summer.
It takes a lot of work to maintain a secluded off-the-grid beach house like Heaven's Gate in the Whitsundays. So caretakers Aidan and Robin Gorley live in yet another family-sized 2-bedroom house on the estate with their 2 kids. They look after the grounds, the house and the boats. And if you ask nicely, Aidan will even arrange to catch some dinner.
What, you're like a bush butler, aren't you?
Oh,
A little bit?
wouldn't say a butler. Butler's got to wear tux and white shirts.
Well, I said bush at the front.
Yeah,
you're
bush.
You're a bit, you
Well, as
know.
long as I can wear me a Cooper, yeah, I'm right. I'm a
Cool.
better cook than a butler.
All right, what are we going to catch?
Well, I reckon we go and look for a crate.
I'm not convinced Cam's fishing expedition will bring back any dinner, so I need to have a plan B. Hello, I'm Kate.
Hi, how you going? My name's Robin. This is Kalani.
Hello, Kalani.
And this is
oh, my
Ruby.
goodness. Please tell me it's a stick. It's a snake, isn't it? You know, I've heard a rumour, Kalani, that you've got oysters. Is that true?
Yeah.
The caretaker's kids, Ruby and Kalani, are experts at plucking oysters straight from the reef right in front of their house. Now, that's my idea of heaven. Kalani,
Yeah.
you have to show me how to do this because I've never got an oyster out of the water before.
So we gotta find the oyster first.
Yep, till you feel it going in.
Oh, yes!
There you go.
OMG. It's an actual oyster. Do I have to cut it off? Oh, no, it just comes off.
Yep,
Okay, ready? Oh, that's delicious. This is a great day. All right, this is the last one for me, and then I promise I'll take one back for Cam. What could be better than having your own private beach house in an unbelievable location and where an afternoon on the beach ends in a huge haul of shellfish? Looky what I have got. Some freshly shucked oysters.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see your oysters and I raise you a crayfish. His name's Pinchy. So,
Oh, well, now that you've given him a name, it's going to make me really sad when I eat him.
we've got a couple of crabs as well. That's Itchy and Scratchy.
Stop giving things names. If you love sun, sand and seafood, as Ian and Sissy clearly do, this is most definitely the place to be. And Heaven's Gate is only their winter home. Sissy mentioned before that you've got another place in Queenstown in New
Yes.
Zealand.
How many houses are there altogether in your...
no, it's not. No, it's only got
This is
3.
it. Have you? Just only. Just...
Reefside,
Oh, sorry. Oh, they've lost track.
4.
By the time that we will have left the kitchen bench, we'll be up to like 10. Just say because you've got 4 houses and you're so burdened by the management of the properties and you decide to divest yourself of one, namely this one.
Yes.
Ballpark, what would Cam and I need to make an offer?
6 million.
Just a little out of my league. But for a man with a decent property portfolio, Ian still likes to get his hands dirty.
Mate, what's going on? When you said we were going to get drinks, I thought we were going to go to the cellar.
No, out in the wilds here. Coconut, and we'll put some alcohol with it.
Oh! Here we are,
Oh, you
Something I prepared earlier.
the fruit of our labour.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, it took about 20 coconuts, but we
Oh,
got there
did
in the end. Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers with the
Thank you
coconut.
very much.
Here's to paradise
Yes, indeed.
and here's to heaven, Heaven's Gate.
And how fortunate we are.
Thank you for opening it for us.
You're welcome.
This is great.
And it's all come from just there.
It is.